And it will be the 69 of Gavin Yates with Matt Hammond. Cool to see Colin Metcalf back in a straight stock. He'll start on the inside of the second row with Tyrone Hall. As we're underway, a pair of EL Falcons try and split through the field, but it is the top side of the racetrack, the place to be, and it's a trio of Holden Commodores. They'll run 1, 2 and 3 until Cody Avens with the 360, keeping it rolling, and the banana. And a long way back now as Tyrone Hall slots into second place, but we are chasing Matt Hammond. And the Kachana Beef, car number 4. Paul Bowman, the next one to loop it around. He catches it. He'll lose a position to Metcalf. Actually, maybe a few more as the rest of the field are able to get by. So, slippery conditions at the moment after 2 laps, but it's Matt Hammond negotiating the best at the moment.
It's a little bit slippery down on the bottom half of the racetrack. It's okay on the top half. And Matt Hammond showing how it's done. The 69 car in second is Tyrone Hall. Colin Metcalf in third. A gap back then to Gavin Yates. Peter Herbert up there in 5th place. Then the 70 and Mark Higgins. As we complete lap number 3. Now, dare I say it, we're still looking to have a race go without a stoppage. We've done 3 consecutive laps in this one. Matt Hammond down in front from Tyrone Hall, Colin Metcalf. That's where the action is. Metcalf looking to go right round the outside of Hall and does so. Back in 4th place, Peter Herbert. And then the 69 of Gavin Yates, but they're a long way behind our leader at the halfway mark. Matty Hammond doing a great job out in front.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about him. He's got this one sewn up at the moment. Metcalf with a great job. His first start to straight stock in quite some time. He hasn't had a run this year. Here in Collie has taken it back like a duck to water. There's the battle for 3rd place is with 4 cars at the moment. They're all Holden Commodores. It's Hall from Herbert. Back then to Yates. As Paul Bowman trying to make all the wrongs right as he gets to the inside of Gavin Yates with paddles hanging everywhere off the PB Custom Trailers car number 52. But as soon as we see the main body of the field, Matt Hammond just seems to spring up, and he has 2 to go.
Yeah, and he's nearly half a lap in front. In fact, he will be in a moment. We'll just watch them as they come past us. He is just behind half a lap in front of the 16 of Colin Metcalf. Herbie's up to 3rd, Peter Herbert. Then back to Paul Bowman. White flag comes out though. He can see the back 4 cars. Matt Hammond, he is absolutely thrashing them. Back to Colin Metcalf in 2nd, Peter Herbert, Paul Bowman. Back then to the 69, Tyrone Hall, Gavin Yates, Cody Avens and Mark Higgins. There's not much separating all of them. There's a lot separating 1st and 2nd. Out of turn number 4 he comes. And for the first time tonight, we've got a race that's gone the distance. Checkered flag is out. Matt Hammond has won by a long, long, long way. 2nd place is now coming into the main straight, which is Colin Metcalf. The official margin as he comes across the line is 11.447 seconds. Peter Herbert 3rd. They're coming in at long intervals. Paul Bowman with damage. Back then to Avens in 5th. Hunter in 6th in 70. Sorry, Mark Higgins is next. Then Tyrone Hall and Gavin Yates. But no doubt about our winner, car number 4, Matt Hammond, wins by 11.4 seconds over Colin Metcalf and Peter Herbert.
So this is the second half of the field, as we already said on the Facebook. Brand new return for a new look from Damon Thompson, and he'll start on the outside of the front row.
Some immaculate cars out there. The 2 4s. Look at Ethan Geneves and Blake Iwan out at the back here.
Great looks for them. Jalen Hanlon with a fresh new look. So too as well for Damon Thompson. Red Jesus making his first start. Wayne Thompson always does the best to his abilities. We love him. He'll start at a P3, but it will be the 12 of Holly DeRosa. And Red Jesus himself will lead us away. You can't say much more than street stocks and presentation is just second to none at the moment. It's Tomo to the outside. He'll roll over to 2nd place, getting the best of DeRosa, who will fight back onto the inside as Lindy Yates. She'll spin the car around in turn number 3, and we will go yellow. We'll see how long they flash for. I think we're just doing it old school starting now. We're turning it off now. Let's try for the second time anyway. Same outlook. Thompson to the outside. Other Thompson to the outside. They're both now in 1 and 2. DeRosa this time, though, can't have the same sort of run that she did on Wayne Thompson going into turn number 3. But Red Jesus, who's been out of the seat for quite some time, a brand new look. Down in front from no relation, Wayne Thompson, DeRosa, Fabian Labonte. Here's Ethan Genev. Has gotten up to P5 from Yates, Jaden Heelan. And we said one car was going to be quick at the back of the bus. Blake Ivan has just done the quickest lap of the race, and that was very quick. 20.97, and that time around from our leaders still weren't quicker after 2.
No, 10, 15 and 12, your numbers at the moment if you're playing Lotto. It's Damon Thompson, Wayne Thompson and Holly DeRosa. Back then in 4th is Fabian Lammonby. Ethan Genev in car number 4, still tucked away in 5th. So they come out of Cardinals Corner. Back up the main straight here. And it is Damon Thompson who leads. Wayne Thompson 2nd. Holly DeRosa in 12 is 3rd. Ethan Genev up to 4th. Then Fabian Lammonby. Then Yates. 210 Jaden Heelan. And Blake Ivanhoe is tacked on the back. Out of Cardinals they come again. It's a race in 2. The 10 leading the 15 is the Thompsons. Damon from Wayne as we get to the halfway mark.
Yeah, he's still 2/10 quicker is Blake Ivanhoe from the rest of the field, and I've just watched him over those last 2 laps. It was like poetry in motion, watching out Countless in motion. He was throwing that folded Commodore into the corners, but now he's caught up to the back of the bus of Jaden Heelan and Linda Yates. It will slow down just a little bit, and he'll have to try and negotiate where he's going to go get past the field. Meanwhile, further up in the field, it's Holly DeRosa who is under attack as Ethan Genev is now to the outside of the 12 Ford Falcon into turn number 2. They will drag race themselves down the back straight. Genev, oh, talk about shutting the door, moves up into P number 3, and with 2 laps to go, it's Thompson and Genev.
Well, what Genev showed is you can race on the top half of the racetrack. I don't know what happened there. Holly DeRosa got all out of shape in the main straight and was heading towards the concrete. White flag is out. Damon Thompson has got this one shot to bits. Wayne Thompson in 2nd place. Back into Ethan Genev. Now the 4 car of Ivanhoe is really flying. He's past half the field, and he'll end up finishing 4th behind or in front of Fabian Lammonby. You'd think Holly DeRosa's called it a day, and the checkered flag is out. Damon Thompson wins heat number 2. Back to Wayne Thompson in 2nd, Ethan Genev 3rd. Blake Ivanhoe does get underneath of Fabian Lammonby, and he will finish in 4th place in car number 4. Lammonby will be 5th in the 91. Back then to Heelan in 210. Then we'll go back to Linda Yates and Holly DeRosa. Watch them go past over on the back straight as Holly is parked on the infield. Winning margin was 1.6 seconds. And Blake Ivanhoe ended up not with the quickest lap. Damon Thompson had that in the end. Sorry, Ethan Genev had that in the end at 20.983.
2 great heat races earlier today. Tyrone Hall and Ethan Genev will be the front row with Fabian Labonte and Holly DeRosa row number 2. Hey, number 2 winner by probably one of the biggest margins you'll see all year long. Matt Hammond will start out at position number 3 with Linda Yates, Blake Ivanhoe, the West Australian champion for wingless sprints, Colin Metcalf and Damon Thompson in his grand return to Speedway Racing, make it a field of 9, and Ethan Genev will make a rare mistake and spin in front of the field. No one will collect him, but he will stay there stationary, and that stationary stop will see him bring out the yellows.
We have racing.
We are racing with Tyrone Hall and Holly DeRosa this time around. Ethan Genev, as you would expect, for going around, was sent to the back of the bus, and it will leave Tyrone Hall all on his lonesome out in front. But oh, there's going to be chaos in this one. No, there isn't. Restart number 11 was chaotic. Oh, let's try this one for the 3rd time. All of a sudden, Matt Hammond's found himself on the 2nd row and almost into the left quarter panel of Tyrone Hall, who was mighty sideways in the slick, and it has allowed Hammond to find himself into the inside. There's another 4. In fact, we got 3 4s just in this heat race, and 2 of them are in now 1st and 2nd, as Hammond has been chased by Blake Ivanhoe. Tyrone Hall is letting it all hang out on the top side of the racetrack. Blonky's bar. The patrons now will have a bit of dust to enjoy their drink with, as he was really winding to turn number 1, as the street stocks find themselves to the bottom side of the racetrack. It will be Hammond, Ivanhoe and Tyrone Hall spinning. Oh, and we could have got that lap completed, but we've gone yellow early. 2 laps. Oh, in fact, no, we have said we completed 2 laps, Jason Croak. So
away we go, 4, 4 and 10. It is Matt Hammond who leads from Ivanhoe, and back in 3rd place it's Damon Thompson. Holly DeRosa is next, then the 3rd of the 4s, which is Ethan Geneve. Out of Palmer's Corner they come, and our race leader is Matt Hammond. He won the first race by half a lap. Ivanhoe in 2nd will make sure that doesn't happen. Damon Thompson 3rd, DeRosa, and then back in 5th is the 4 of Ethan Geneve. 6th place is the 16 of Colin Metcalf. There's Metcalf on screen having a lonely race, no one near him. So they come out of Palmer's Corner, back into the main drag, and Matt Hammond leads. There's the margin 1st to 2nd. Hammond leading, 2nd is Ivanhoe, and 3rd is Damon Thompson.
And if you want to know it exactly, it's 0.865 seconds between the 2 Ford cars, as Damon Thompson runs in that 3rd position. Holly DeRosa has been a little bit chaotic tonight, none of her own doing as well. That is the sad thing for the lady racer. Running in 4th place is actually comfortably ahead of Ethan Geneve. Then it's Colin Metcalf, who was really impressive in that opening heat race for the Tyre Power Bunbury EL Falcon. Meanwhile, Labonte, Yates and Tyrone Hall jostling out the tail of the field, but there is 2 laps to go, Jason, for Matt Hammond.
2 laps to go, and Matt Hammond has a comfortable lead. Moves down the back straight. Ivanhoe 2nd, and 3rd place is still that of car number 10 of Damon Thompson. A lot of Australia between 1st and 2nd, 2nd and 3rd, 3rd and 4th. And even we got yellows on again. The 3 at the back have had it coming together again, and it's the 69 again, who has been the last to drive away. I'm still here to talk about it and laugh about it. It's okay. Matt Hammond leads from Ivanhoe, Thompson, DeRosa and Ethan Geneve as they move their way into the back straight. White flag to come out again, and it is 4, 4, 10, 12 and 4 the numbers. Matt Hammond, Blake Ivanhoe, Thompson, Penfold, Geneve and then Metcalf. So run down the back straight. This is the last time, and Matt Hammond, who won earlier on tonight, is going to make it 2 from 2, which is going to be good for his team total as well. Into the main straight he comes. 2nd is going to be Blake Ivanhoe. 3rd is Damon Thompson, then Holly DeRosa. Ethan Geneve in car number 4. Ethan Geneve stopped in a hurry. I'd suggest it's not so much to do with his car. I reckon he might be, well, I was suggesting he was going to go and help put on some water. But anyway, he's going to be the first one back to the pits. Our winner is car number 4, Matt Hammond.
Yes. Oh, wow, we've lost quite a few cars in this one. We've only got 6.
We have.
Oh, no.
Floodlights starting to take effect. Nearly the whole track in shade as we go green with this 4th heat of street stock. Still in very, very warm conditions here in Collie. Can't be underestimated. Cody Avens, your race leader. Oh, here comes the veteran, the legend, Wayne Thompson. He's up to 3rd. He's behind Paul Bowman. Back in 4th is the 70 Mark Higgins. As they go into turn number 3, going the wrong way. Into the main straight they come. They're 3 wide. Thompson gets underneath the Bowman. Also there, another veteran driver from Albany's Atwell Park, Peter Herbert's there. You can throw Nana's tea towel over the entire field as Cody Avens continues to lead, but not by much. Bowman tried to go between the 70 of Mark Higgins and Wayne Thompson, who's gone the doctor. He's gone high, wide and handsome. He's going to lose a spot. He's lost 2 spots, in fact. Bowman goes to 2nd.
What a showing from Paul Bowman, going left and right. So too Mark Higgins, who found himself early into that 2nd spot. He will go back to 4th as it goes Herbert to the inside of yellow 44. Wayne Thompson back to 5th, and Jaden Heelan as well, putting a clean race on at the moment, keeping up with the leaders. As I say that, he chucks it very sideways, almost into the concrete wall, and his run in 6th place will continue on. Meanwhile, back out in front, the Yellow Banana is just sitting on the bottom side of the racetrack. This is how he won the Brian Rose Memorial a couple of years ago in the Hydrolink, car number 31. Bowman, though, does get a run to the inside. There was contact as Avens did leave the door open. They're all now nose to tail on the inside of the racetrack.
And 4 laps to go, and then 4 laps before a heavy dosage of water from the big water truck as they move out of Palmer's Corner and back down the back straight. Wayne Thompson makes up a spot. Avens, Bowman, then the 44 car of Herbert Thompson, and then the 70 car is next of Mark Higgins. Down the main straight they come with 3 to go. He's curb hugging deluxe at the moment. It's the 31 of Cody Avens. Bowman is going to have to go the outside, which is not the desired method at the moment. Peter Herbert having a look on the outside of Bowman. Here he comes. Herbie's coming up on the outside, and Wayne Thompson about to make it a row of 3. We've got 2 to run.
And Herbert will try it at the end. Is there something lively at the top side? Thompson trying to split his way through. He trying to get into 2nd, back to 4th spot, as Herbert may find that outside finally to someone's liking. But Avens, a dynamite driver when it comes to staying on the bottom side of the racetrack, and is going to come to again gargantuan task if Herbert can get it done. He draws now to the outside of Avens. It won't be enough going out of turn number 2, and will stick to the inside. Oh, Thompson! Talk about the old tally-ho to the inside to 3rd. Avens will win. Herbert, Thompson, Herbert. Well, Bowman, I should say, and Higgins and Jaden Heelan, who spins. We only lost Gavin Yates, apparently, via statistician Scott Beattie Supreme. But it will be Cody Avens, Peter Herbert, and Wayne Thompson, 1, 2, and 3. I was really about to hit the note then. I really was thinking it. This is Paul Bowman, though. Not the other one than the last one. That was Joel. This is Paul, who starts off pole. He also has Jaden Heelan next to him in the 210. So too, Damon Thompson, Ethan Genev, Matt Hammond, Cody Avens, Mark Higgins, and Wayne Thompson. Tiny little field, this one, for heat race number 5 of our straight stocks. As Heelan is falling away. Oh no! Paul Bowman has spun in front of the field, and we've gone yellow. Oh, we're going green this time. Oh, wow. Maybe find the Benny Hill theme song. We need that one next. Somehow Matt Hammond's hit the front. I don't know. Ethan Genev, so we've got a pair of 44s. It's 4, 4, and 10 again. Out in front, Wayne Thompson wants to try and break that. So too does Cody Avens. But it's Matt Hammond from Ethan Genev. And Damon Thompson already up, picking up 2 spots, has been Paul Bowman, and he's been able to get, oh, Jaden Heelan's gone around now. Will he keep it going? No, he's hit reverse. He's got, no, he's now found the forward line. Anyway, 2 laps are done, 6 to go.
Matt Hammond leads from Ethan Genev, back then to Damon Thompson. 4th place is Cody Avens. Wayne Thompson is next. As then we have Mark Higgins and Paul Bowman, and Jaden Heelan is about to feel them coming past in the not too distant future. Down the main straight, Matt Hammond leads with 5 to go. Heat 5 of the street stock. Genev and Thompson running 2nd and 3rd. Avens in 4th place, then Wayne Thompson 5th. Indian File out of Palmer's Corner. Now we talked earlier about there being no wind. Now it's getting blustery. It's coming from the east as well. So Hammond leads at the halfway mark from Genev and Thompson.
Almost feels like Jaden Heelan was the man out in front, but after that spin, he's the one that's going to be very quickly 1 lap down as Matt Hammond is closing up. Hammond could single-handedly also win the team's challenge for his team. already had two with, oh no, we've got two cars together. Mark Higgins and Paul Bowman are the two that have got together. Fire us away, Jason.
Away we go. Matt Hammond leads from Ethan Genev. Back in third is Damon Thompson. Cody Avens back into Wayne Thompson. So move down the back straight once again. Our race leader is Matt Hammond. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Let's just throw the flag.
That is stoppage number 24. So 3 laps to go here. Matt Hammond, Ethan Genev, Damon Thompson. In what is becoming a long night. I'm running out of music. Hammond, Genev, Thompson, Cody Avens, Wayne Thompson. Back to Mark Higgins and Jaden Heelan. They run down the back straight yet again into the wind. Now they're going to have the wind at their back as they come into the main straight. This is heat number 5 of the street stock, and luckily we've now got 2 to go.
And they roll into the western corner for the 5th, I should say the 7th time in this one. Hammond leads from Ethan Genev. Damon Thompson's been trying everything to roll past and just not been too efficient in his manoeuvres, but the white flag has been shown. Paul Bowman will be the only retiree in this one. As they roll out for the checkered flag, it will be Matt Hammond, your victor. And he will go 3 wins from his 3 starts at the street stocks. And my golly, this one's a long one tonight. Let's try. Linda Yates off pole in this one.
We've had 4 races go without a stoppage tonight. We're on record pace.
Wow. Let's see if this one's one of them. Just give us another one. What's that percentage? Peter Herbert, Colin Metcalf. And it's Linda Yates. The inside of them all has been Blake Ivanhoe, maybe using a bit of the infield just to try and turn the car around. That's all he was doing. Tyrone Hall, Gavin Yates. And then it's Holly DeRosa and Fabian Lamoni. As all, we've got heavy contact. This is going to be big. We've still only had 4.
This is street stock heat number 6. Blake Ivanhoe on pole with Peter Herbert.
Yep. Linda Yates has been put to the tail. She's actually meant to be going to the tail of the longest line, but she's found herself on the outside row, but we'll just let this one slide. So it'll be Blake Ivanhoe, who was probably the driver we were all watching in his opening heat race when he started so far back, but just the weight he drove around the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway was impressive enough as we get back underway. Second attempt of this 6th and final heat race from our straight stocks. Peter Herbert giving a good chase on the outside of the racetrack as he'll still try and stick there, but it will be Blake Ivanhoe that leads lap number 1. Tyrone Hall is following back at 3rd as Holly DeRosa has spun the car around. Does she keep on going? We're going green again, so that's a positive. It's Ivanhoe. He leads from Herbert, Hall and Metcalf. That's 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. 5th place is Yates, and it's LeBonnie. Back to Yates and Holly DeRosa. There's 2 laps completed finally.
So, out in front, it's still Blake Ivanhoe from Peter Herbert. 3rd is Tyrone Hall. Colin Metcalf in 4th. Back to Gavin Yates, Fabian Lammonby, Linda Yates and Holly DeRosa. So they come out of turn number 4, back into the main straight. Our race leader, Blake Ivanhoe in 4. 44 Peter Herbert, then the 69 to Tyrone Hall. Metcalf is next as they run up into Palmer's corner. Our race leader is on his way down to the other end, Cardinals corner. It's warm, it's now hot and dusty, it's windy, it's a bit of everything now. Herbert in second, third place is Tyrone Hall.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to catch Blake Ivan with an excessive 2-second lead, but good battle between Herbert, Hall, Colin Metcalf and Gavin Yates as the 69 just chasing Colin Metcalf as Kodge making one of his rare starts in the 16. Good to see that he rolls out in the street stock still when he can. I thought we were having a bit of a cluster further back in the field between DeRosa and Linda Yates, but we're still rolling away with 2 laps to go.
Yep, we are due for another stoppage, I would have thought. It's been that sort of night. Blake Ivan now the leader. Battle is on for second place. Herbert and Tyrone Hall. Herbert holds sway for the moment. Back then to Colin Metcalf and Gavin Yates. The white flag is out. They're homeward bound in the final qualifying heat for the street stock. So Metcalf fourth. Back then to Gavin Yates, Famous Lavenby. Holly DeRosa is next. And then Linda Yates, and here is our winner, Blake Ivanhoe, coming across the line in car number 4. So the 4s are having a good night tonight. Second home is going to be 44, Peter Herbert. Tyrone Hall is next, then Colin Metcalf. Up for 5th is Fabian Lemonby in 91, ahead of the 69 of Gavin Yates. Holly DeRosa in 12 and 50. Linda Yates is last to complete the distance. 16 cars to face the starter in the street stock main event here tonight on Christmas Cup night. 20 laps the journey. Car number 4 on pole. There's 3 4s in this race. Are on rows 1, 2 and 3, and Matt Hammond will lead them away. Damon Thompson in second place. Peter Herbert moves to third. Blake Ivan now in the second of the 4s is in 4th place. Back then to Cody Avens in 5th, and then the third of the 4s is Ethan Geneve. So safely through turns 1 and 2. All of them are in the bottom half of the racetrack in the opening exchanges. Matt Hammond is half track high, so come out of turn number 4, and he's under pressure for the first time tonight. In fact, Damon Thompson is at the front, so Damon Thompson takes up the running. Matt Hammond on the outside of him. Back then to Blake Ivan now in 3rd place, Peter Herbert. Then Cody Avens on the inside of Herbert, and then back to Ethan Geneve. And for the first time tonight, Matt Hammond has got some work to do. There's 18 laps to go. In fact, he's gone back to 3rd because Blake Ivanhoe sneaks up the inside.
Smart move from Ivanhoe, whereas Hammond has been trying to chase it down on the top side. He's now been passed twice on the inside. Not to be outdone on the outside, though, will be Hammond as he'll fight back and retake over that second spot. Herbert, Avens, Geneve, all following suit. So too is Wayne Thompson, but the top 6 definitely have shown their strength. Damon Thompson out of the seat all the opening half of this season, back behind the wheel with a clean set of hands as he has been a surprising sight at the front of the grid as the top 3 is trying to break away. The first time we're going to say it, it's 10, 4 and 4.
Yep, and it's Damon Thompson for Matt Hammond, Blake Ivanhoe. Then the 44 is next of Peter Herbert. The 31 of Cody Avens, and then the 4 of Ethan Geneve. Back then in 7th is Mark Higgins,
Yellows.
Wayne Thompson. Oh my goodness gracious, let me go to my sheet. We haven't used it for a little while. That's 29. All of a sudden, here's the restart coming up. Damon Thompson leads as we're back under green. I like it. Around the cone, Hammond, Blake Ivanhoe, Peter Herbert, Cody Avens. They're all using the bottom part of the racetrack. Back then to Higgins and then Wayne Thompson. Down the back straight they run. 15 and a half laps to go, and it's Damon Thompson who leads the street stock feature race. Back in second place it's Matt Hammond. Third is Blake Ivanhoe, Peter Herbert, Cody Avens and then Ethan Geneve. The next one is car number 70, Mark Higgins, as we complete lap number 5. Back down after that we got Wayne Thompson. Then Paul Bowman and Tyrone Hall would be in your top 10. Down into turn number 3. It is car number 10, Damon Thompson, who leads. Still a long way to go. We've done 6.
Yeah, but where was this urgency 4 rounds ago? Finally, the spark back in tonight's racing. It's only taken us a few hours to get there. But Thompson, Hammond, Ivanhoe, Herbert, Avens, and Ethan Genev. Mark Higgins is very impressively just caught up to the back of him as well to make it 7 cars all jostling out for position. Then it's back to Wayne Thompson, Paul Bowman, Tyrone Hall and Colin Metcalf rounding out your top 10 currently. Your leader has got some breathing room finally as well. He's geared out by near a second between himself and the 2 4s that jostle it out in second and third. It's Matt Hammond and Blake Kyvan now, but watch out for the next 4 of Ethan Genev as he goes to the inside of Peter Herbert.
He does. There's a lot of 4s in this race. It's 10 from 4, from 4, from 44, and 4 again. Down the, we've got one that's backed in here, which is Heelan in car 210. He's well and truly off the racetrack. He's going to rejoin as our leaders come through. Damon Thompson, Matt Hammond, back to Blake Iwanhoe, Peter Herbert, Ethan Genev, Cody Avens and Higgins. That's the first 7. They've got away from the rest of them, headed by Wayne Thompson in the 15. Down into turn number 3 yet again. We're nearing the halfway mark in the street stock main event, and our race leader is still Damon Thompson. Matt Hammond in second place. Third is car 4 of Blake Iwanhoe, and Ethan Genev moves to 4th. And now, Morgan, it's 10 from 4, from 4, from 4.
Now we've got him. Second,
and then 44. I sent Morgan into a coughing fit. I'll continue on. I didn't think it was that funny, but Damon Thompson leads from Matt Hammond. Then back in third place, it's Blake Iwanhoe. It's a serious coughing fit. Back to Ethan Genev, then Peter Herbert. Then we've got Cody Avens and then Mark Higgins. Our race leader is coming back to Matt Hammond. This time around there'll be 8 laps to go, and they're stuck behind one of the back markers. Into the main straight, it's Lindy Yates have got to negotiate. As they move down the main straight, the margin is 3 car lengths.
You had me a corker there, Jason, but they are behind Lindy Yates. And Damon Thompson cannot find a way past yet. He may need to make a move quickly, and he does so. He goes to the outside of her in the Cardinals' corner. Does he clear it this time? That answer has been swiftly answered as a yes, but so too has Matt Hammond. So the electric car may have become the Achilles heel because it's closed into 7/10 of a second between our lead duo. The rest of the field, they've still got some time before they catch up onto the back bumper of Linda Yates, but there's 5 of them that are jostling out for position of Ivanhoe, Genev, Herbert, Avens and Mark Higgins, who's been mightily impressive today.
Half a dozen laps left to go, and the margin is still 3 car lengths. Damon Thompson cannot shake the challenge of Matt Hammond, who has won every race tonight. He's more than likely going to win the Christmas Cup on individual points. So they come out to turn number 4 with 5 laps to go. Third place is still in the hands of Blake Iwanhoe, and they've got to get around Lindy Yates. Oh, there's a traffic jam trying to get around. Ethan Genev is there, so too Peter Herbert, Cody Avens and Higgins. They're all locked together. Out of turn number 2 down the back straight once again, and there's still the 3 car lengths separating first and second. This time around 4 laps remaining, and the margin is still the same. And Hammond is not giving up on this lead, which is still with Damon Thompson.
Yeah, status quo still stays the same with position-wise, but the lapping cars are starting to come in quite vigorously. Yes, the laps are quite considerably low, but the 69 of Gavin Yates is just ahead of our race leaders. The gap's still 0.75 of a second, and it's still 10 versus 4. Thompson up against Hammond, then it's still the other 2 4s. Blake Ivanhoe, Ethan Genev, who are continuing on. Blake Ivanhoe, the current West Australian wingless sprint champion, is holding on for grim death. Genev is trying absolutely everything. 2 laps left to go, and Thompson still holds on, but it's only half a second. But watch out as well, right behind them.
Yep, it's anybody's guess for the lead and for the last spot on the podium. There's 5 cars fighting for third place, and there's a wall of traffic ahead of our leaders. They're coming up for the white flag. It's Matt Hammond who's now applying the pressure. There's a car length in it. The white flag's on display, and there's 4 cars they may have to negotiate in the last lap. Third place is now Ethan Genev. Back to Blake Iowa now in fourth in this titanic struggle for the minor end of the prize. Which way to look? They're coming up to lap Wayne Thompson. Here's the last corner. It's Damon Thompson just in front. Matt Hammond right there with him. They come out of turn number 4 and Damon Thompson takes the win by a car length. Have a look back for third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Ethan Genev is there. Blake Iowa now throws it away. Ethan Genev third. Fourth is close, Matt. It's going to be Peter Herbert. Higgins is next, Cody Avens. And the big loser out of that, it's a car that sounds like it's gone on the boil at the wrong end of the race. Car number 4 of Blake Iowa now. It's ended up in 7th place. Then Tyron Hall, Paul Bowman, Colin Metcalf, Fabian Lavenby. Then it was Holly DeRosa, Gavin Yates, Wayne Thompson, Linda Yates, and Jaden Heelan was the only car not to finish. Put your hands together for Damon Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, who takes the win in the feature race. But I think, without looking at any points, and there's still races to come, Matt Hammond will be the winner of the Christmas Cup with 3 wins and a second tonight, which will also put his team in a big position. I'm trying to find where his team is, but
which one was his team?
He's had a big night, Matt Hammond. There's no doubt about that. And he is a very strong second place. Was Matt Hammond actually in it? Yes, he was. Adrian Geary and Zach Munro. So they've been there or thereabouts. But he has held up his end of the bargain. Here's car number 10, Damon Thompson, the winner. I reckon he's about to throw around here. Oh, it's a little bit sedate. So he comes down the main straight. Put your hands together for tonight's feature race winner in the street stock, which has gone the distance. No, it didn't. It had one stoppage.
One stoppage.
Right. Yep. So Damon Thompson wins tonight's street stock main event. Coming up next will be the production sedans, again over 20 laps.